Hi, Alyssa. I just want to give you a little bit of feedback. Your question about when do I videotape and what lesson do I teach? I think that's what you were asking. You are working, at least according to your context for learning, you're working with this little girl on math, and it says 1-to-1 and small group. And that you're working on reading for 30 minutes and then on math for 30 minutes. And that your focus on math is on this IEP goal, which is the student will be able to identify numbers 1 through 10 and demonstrate one-to-one correspondence. From less than 10% accuracy to 50% accuracy. So your goal is 50% accuracy, which you might want to work towards a higher accuracy, but anyway, it's 2 skills: identify the numbers and one-to-one correspondence. So that's what I am expecting you're going to write a lesson plan for, related to your lesson one of your lesson objectives, and then you videotape that, doing that lesson. And you write the lesson plan up in the format that for early childhood. So if you can align one of the lessons that you're teaching, one of the math lessons that you're teaching, you can write a lesson plan for it and then videotape your teaching of that lesson. And this is a perfect area for you to be teaching. And it may be that you have a lot of guidance from your cooperating teacher on what you should be teaching. That's fine. But you need to write the lesson plan up and then videotape yourself teaching the lesson. So I just want to give you a little bit of feedback on this as well, because this is a great target, the IEP goal. I think that if you take a small step for piece from this, I'm not sure how you work towards it. Maybe it is that you are just working on one part, identifying numbers 1 through 10. That's a small piece of this goal. Or maybe it's just on one-to-one correspondence and counting. Maybe that's the small learning goal that you teach too. Maybe the piece is 1 through 5 is what you start with, both naming and one-to-one correspondence. But you want to take a slice of this for your learning goal. This doesn't tell me a whole lot, so see if you can't just, again, take a piece of that. Then you want to break down the learning goal and create your lesson objectives. And so your lesson objectives, if your learning goal is will be able to count one-to-one correspondence 1 to 5, say that's your piece, then you may want to do, will be able to count items 1 through 5 with 30%, 40%, 50% accuracy. I actually would increase that from, like 70, 80, and 100%. Really is what you want her to do. But so again, this writing doesn't align with the goal, the IEP goal, nor does it align with the learning goal. This does. The learner will be able to identify numbers 1 through 10 on 3 to 5 attempts. But that's the whole goal. You want to break it down. And then this is write and identify. Again, you've increased the criterion here. You just have to think very logically about what, if the goal is 1 to 5, one-to-one correspondence, be able to count, then stay with that lesson objective, first, second, and third lesson. Increase what your expectations are. Or if you want to stick with 1 through 10 and take 1 through 3, then 4 through 6, and then 7 through 10 in the third lesson, that with 80% accuracy, or whatever you determine the accuracy level to be, then that's how you can organize your lesson objectives. You don't have to teach all 3 of these lessons. You, for this assignment, and maybe this is a lesson you do for Fred when he comes in and observes, he might even help you with the videotaping, is 1 lesson. That's all. So that's, to me, that's sort of, that's what the assignment is asking you to do, and it seems like you're preparing lessons and lesson plans. When Fred comes, make this one of Fred's observations. So I'm going to give you more feedback, but I just wanted to give you a perspective on what I'm seeing in your think sheet and some of the revisions that I think you can make. And then relative to your question about what do I do, it's 1 lesson, videotape the lesson, and the lesson plan should be for that lesson, and use the early childhood format for that. So take a look at, after you take a look at this, if you have any questions, let me know. I hope this helps.